today's results, have they taken you, were you shocked by the swing to the Lib Dems?
I think the results are stronger than we were anticipating. That said, this is part of a national pattern and a national picture, so it's not unsurprising.
In the local party with the fallout from this.
Do you know what? I think genuinely, we're all really very proud of a strong fight, strong competition that we put forward. As you might have seen, we have tried to focus on local issues. We've got a lot of very, very strong and experienced district councillors, many of whom have been in position for a long time, and we're really proud of the work that we've been able to do to make Stratford-upon-Avon one of the finest places in the whole country to live in. And that's not accidental. Genuinely, we feel proud. It's got its challenges, Stratford. There's more work that needs to be done, without a question. But there's some good stuff too, and the Conservatives have played a good part in that. So I think we're somewhat philosophical, that we've fought hard. We've tried to focus on the real issues that mattered locally to everybody. The opposition, particularly the Liberal Democrats, had a tendency to focus on national matters, and there was, if you like, a campaign to punish the Conservatives, in many respects playing on national issues.
Yep.
And that's worked for them. That's politics. That's democracy.
Well, the local Stratford Conservatives did, of course, vote to keep Nadeem Zahawi as your MP. Is that do you think that's part that voters are punishing you for?
So just to clarify, the executive committee of the local association voted to retain Nadeem Zahawi as the candidate, yes is the simple answer. There are national issues at play, whether it's national government or generally people unhappy with the cost of living challenges, and yes indeed I think Nadeem will sit up and take some notice of what's happening here at a local level.
Do you think there's a lot of regret about that decision to keep Nadeem?
I don't think you can ever regret democracy. To be honest, seriously, you vote. We all have secret ballots. People talk about should it be a secret ballot, shouldn't it be a secret ballot. Ballots always have to be secret, because otherwise you could manipulate those votes or put pressure on people, which is the wrong thing to do. The vote was made. It is what it is. You accept the vote and you move on. You're dealt with your set of cards and you play that hand. What do you do?
Are you on the executive?
I am on the executive because I'm the deputy chairman political of the association.
And I guess today, were there, the Lib Dems took quite a few scalps, and even the Greens. What was the reaction from the councillors that have been ousted? Was there anger, or what's the general sentiment?
No, I don't think there's any anger. So let me I'm always glass half full. So positively, we've got some of our very experienced councillors who remain and stay. Now in opposition, of course, and come on to that in a second. It's wonderful that we've actually got some new councillors coming through, including a young woman, which is she's good to see young people coming through.
That, Tim?
Lauren Stanley in Salford Priors. So it's lovely to see Lauren sort of get elected well. Linda Organ's come back again in Tanworth, and again Linda's experienced pair of hands, so it's great to see that. I think it's just we're genuinely philosophical. It's democracy. If anything, the Conservative Party is democratic. If we had regrets and said, oh, if only we'd done this or only we'd done that, we don't. We ran a really strong campaign, and local people have decided, for whatever their reasons are, to come out in large numbers, let's not forget, and make their point.
Yeah. Some of the reaction, a lot of the voters have made the complaint they're not being listened to. What would you say to that the council, wasn't listening to them?
I don't think that would be fair. And if I'm honest, I've not heard any criticism that the council or council laws are not listening to them. I fought in Avenue Ward. I knocked on every door 2-3 times. I've spoken to hundreds of people and put out umpteen pieces of material. We're listening, we're talking to them. Yes, they've given us some feedback about their thoughts and their concerns. And so we very much are listening. But when there's a momentum, which credit to the Liberal Democrats, they played their cards well. and they've got a fantastic majority. Now the challenge is for the Lib Dems, they've got to govern. They move out of being a party that's in opposition and it's easy to stand on the sidelines and criticise, to a party that's got to make those tough decisions, spend the money wisely, turn up to the meetings, do the votes, get stuff done.
Yes.
And we will be there as a healthy opposition, holding their feet to the fire.
Yeah.
They need to deliver for Stratford. There's no excuses anymore. In Stratford Town, they've got 9 district councillors in a dominated Lib Dem district council. And if I might say, local media, as well as local residents, need to hold them to account now as much as they held the Conservative Party to account. And we need to encourage you.
We will be
we
doing
need to
that.
encourage
We
you
will
to
be doing
be keeping an eye on them.
And finally, looking forward to the general election, people are saying this is an indicator of the strength of feeling against, particularly Nadeem Zahawi, but also the party in government. Do you think, can you envisage the seat being lost to Lib Dems, given the strength of feeling here today?
Anything's possible. Anything is possible. We've seen that in by-elections. General elections are very different to by-elections. People and the world will be different whenever this is held, presumably in 2024. Of course it's conceivable, but lots could. Who would have conceived Brexit, coronavirus and Ukraine in the last 3-4 years since these elections were last held? Who knows what's going to happen in a year, 2 years, 4 years?